don't care if I get canceled, but as an EBT mother on a budget of $300 to $400, even when I only had $200, you know what's cheaper than a $3 pack of Little Debbie snacks? A 50-cent can of fucking green beans, okay? You know what's cheaper than 3 packs of soda? A bunch of cans of 50-cent cans of vegetables, okay? You know what's cheaper than the $150 you spent on chips, sugar, soda, all of that shit? Buying a bunch of meat. Because the amount of snacks that you bought are enough to last you 2 weeks, and the amount of meat that I bought is enough to last me the entire month of November while I wait for food benefits to fix themselves. You can stock up on pasta. You can stock up on staples, okay? Look at that. After buying all healthy foods to ensure that my children are having as less problematic foods in their diet as possible, look at the money I have left over for snacks. We got cookies, we got baked cheddar, whatever the fuck these are, pretzels, a bag of fruit snacks, and saltine crackers. And you know what my children don't complain about? Mom, why can't we have cake and ice cream and sugar all the time? I don't give a crap. I don't think children should starve, but I don't think children should be being fed poisonous shit all the time because parents want to boo-hoo over the fact that they're not willing to get their lives in order. And obviously, I'm not talking about disabled. Obviously, I'm not talking about elderly. And obviously, I'm not talking about the parent that just lost her husband and now has to do it on her own. Obviously, I'm not talking about people who got raped and had to take care of a kid that was forced upon them. So don't make it into that. My children are so health conscious that I can let them have their whole Halloween bag of candy in their room and they only limit themselves to a piece a day. They're not super dependent on sugar. They don't freak out because I don't give them the bag of chips. It's all about how you raise your child. The reason your kid wants a plethora of unhealthy foods versus vegetables is because that unhealthy foods is what you shoved in their face the most, okay? And if anything, you should have just waited a couple years, let them be on a diet of vegetables, protein, and fruits, and then introduce them to the fun stuff so that they didn't get some form of addicted, considering a lot of you admit that American food is addicting, but are still willing to give it to your kids. If all your grocery store serves is pasta and tomatoes and broccoli and chicken, then work with those healthy foods. If it ensures that in the future your child is less at risk of developing gastrointestinal problems, for them to have to rely on good quality care that we don't already have in America, for them to have to deal with, then that is perfectly fine. Your child will be thankful of the fact that they don't have to worry about their health, that now they can focus on being successful in whatever fucking economy is going to be in their way. I'm not going to sit here and continuously make excuses and boo-hoo. I do not like the fact that when I go and show up on the 5th to go get food because my stamps have loaded, that all I'm seeing is people's cars filled with endless shit, and my cart is filled with fruits, vegetables, and protein, bro. I pray that they do fix the SNAP, that they make it like WIC, where you're only allowed to buy certain foods in certain categories. Like, if you want vegetables, you can only buy vegetables. It doesn't matter what type of vegetable it is, you're allowed to buy vegetables. Dairy, you're allowed to buy dairy, but it has to be milk and ingredient-based products, not endless ice cream, endless cheesecake, and all of that. Nobody is standing up for these kids that are suffering and being brainwashed to believe they're having fun, when in the future they develop gastrointestinal cancer, but the entirety of their childhood, their mother conditioned them that they were having fun and just having endless sugar like a typical kid does. Cancel me. I don't care, bro. And before the people come and say, oh, well, you know, some people are only able to shop at the gas station. Dude, first off, the amount of people that can only shop at gas stations for food, especially ones with EBT, is